With almost 5,000 stores blanketing the United States, millions pass through Walmart's doors every day. But for some Americans, this isn't just a superstore, it's a place to call home.
Oh, who knew? Who knew you could just park and sleep? Who knew? At Walmart's United.
Morning, Joe.
Morning, guys.
How are you?
Okay. How are you?
In Flagstaff, Arizona, Joe Thorpe is
Some squatter. Who knew? He has a car, but he just lives there. Amazing.
waking up at Walmart.
Want to go and get a coffee?
Yeah, sure.
No overnight
do it.
parking.
I'm game.
Really? I thought Walmart welcomes RVs and overnight campers. Yay!
Joe is homeless and has lived in the Walmart car park for the past 7 years.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's cheaper when you...
Wow, 7 years. He's a regular. He's a loyal paid loiterer. Amazing. But it's organic. Don't worry, it's organic. And it's only 35 cents. Who knew?
You just get a refill.
Joe is one of tens of thousands of people taking advantage of a little
He's one of 10,000. So they just lumped him amongst RV dwellers, just passers-by. But apparently he's just amongst the 10,000s of homeless people. Right? What are they saying?
publicised Walmart policy, allowing travellers to pull up in their car parks and stay the night for free.
You know, it can get pretty harsh up here. I've been here, I know.
So he knows. They're like, you've been here for 7 years. And he's like, yeah, so? Your sign says, overnight campers welcome. And so you say, oh, I'm an overnight camper. Indefinitely. Wow.
I've had my car, you know, without that, I never would have made it. You
Who
know,
knew?
I'd had to be in a shelter.
You wouldn't have made it? Oh, what a shame, right? You say, what a shame. You would have made it, buddy. Just get a job, right? At the Walmart. You might even say, and you say, no. He says no. He's like, no, man, I'm just free this way, man, brother. Don't you just see me, brother? Brother, you just don't see the freedom, brother. I just live in my car, brother. No. You live in some bash fantasy. Bash.
And I don't like the shelters.
Joe travelled to Arizona.
Oh, he doesn't like the shelters. So what are people just crying about when they're like, oh, let's just build more shelters for the homeless? Who knew the homeless are just going to say, nah. Nah, I don't like the shelter you just built for me. I'm just gonna go squat wherever they say I can. Wow, who knew?
Arizona for work, but a back injury left him jobless and on the street.
A back injury. He looks to be just fine. A back injury stopped him from work, right? And you'll just lose your mind over that. And you'll be like, what? Were you giving benefits and access to a masseuse who will relentlessly rub their body against yours? Oh, no. You just didn't have a good job. You just didn't have a good insurance. You just didn't have the best union representing you. Sorry, Bash. You lose. Don't collect anything and go straight to jail. Right? Bash.
Unable to get Social Security, he's been forced to live out of his car.
A lot of homeless people aren't bad people. You know, they could be normal people. I thought I was halfway normal, you know, before I started living this way.
While Joe has nowhere else to go, makeshift Walmart communities like this one are attracting Americans from all walks of life.
All walks
I do
of
a
life.
mix in the mornings. My
Oh, my cereal.
unsweetened cereal.
In another corner of the car park, Nolan Conway is also starting his day at Walmart.
Good morning. I'm good, thank you. I'm a photographer, and I'm doing a little project called Waking Up at Walmart.
This professional photographer is so
Oh, he's so just enthused. He's just so inspired.
intrigued by the Walmart phenomenon, he's been documenting its car park communities for the New York Times.
What a shame. Right? Everybody just forced to just camp out at a parking lot. Wow, what a shame. Because these bastards don't even know that they could just be in the earth, just living. No, they have to seek refuge in some parking lot because they allow it there. What a shame. Oh, they
This
could have
overnight
waited.
culture here is for everyone. You know, you have people there who are there out of necessity.
Who's this Bash, right? Is he some Bash on the run? Who does he have stash in his bag? Why aren't cops relentlessly at Walmart parking lots? No. They're apparently just solving crime. In the ghettos. In the ghetto. But this guy's probably the most ghetto and most hardcore you've ever met.
And you have people there who are just out of convenience.
Exactly.
And
Look at him.
they're-
Look at him. Amazing.
Both of their stories are, you know, equally valid in this. And maybe put one hand back.
Hal and Jackie are typical grey nomads.
No, they're
Staying
not.
at Walmart is ingrained in the RV culture.
Oh, it's ingrained in the RV culture. Because otherwise, you'd probably have to pay $60 a night and above, probably, for some Bash campsite, right? So you just rather stay in the parking lot of some mega super giant corporation that just is festering. And you can even go in the morning and get your morning coffee and dump your morning waste in there. Wow. You're like, yes, that is the ultimate mutualist relationship possible. Because I give them a little money and they give me a place to evacuate my waste as I just ate some Fiber One. See? And they're like, oh, amazing.
It's a cheap and effective way to see the country.
So we're going to make
Oh,
this
a cheap and effective way to see the country. Just find all the Walmarts across the country and just camp out there. What Bash is. Instead of going to all the awesome, natural resorts and all the places. Nope. Walmart. Apparently. Because it's free.
loop. Go up California and back over to the Dakotas. We like Walmart.
Who knew there's Walmarts everywhere? They're like, we love Walmart. Who knew this is a commercial for Walmart?
I mean, we like it a lot.
Yeah.
It's convenient, and you got everything you need.
All with a slapstick, Bash emotional string on homelessness or just people that are lost or just traveling relentlessly.
Inside the store.
But most here
Bash guy,
have no
now he has a hoodie, and this other Bash who looks like some washed out roadie.
choice but to stay.
Can you bring your cigarette up to your mouth?
Oh, of course they had to capture that. They're like, can you bring your cigarette to your face? It will make it even more powerful. And so that's the one they chose. And who knew that now this guy is going to be king amongst some Bashness? Wow.
Since the housing crisis began, the world's biggest company is becoming better known as a safe haven for America's homeless. No one knows.
Oh, so exactly. They couldn't wait to use the RV culture of just getting freeloaded, just freeloaders. And then they bash alongside them the homeless. Of course, correlation upon correlation, and now it's fucked.
Knows exactly how many people are living out of their cars, but with well over 1 million on the streets, these car parks have become de facto shelters.
De facto shelters. Wow.
Sounds good. It's just a little.
Wow. Exactly. Zones. Why do we live in a society that has zones where apparent people without houses could just roam in? All while selling you bash freedom and the bash, hope to pursue happiness. False hope. Yes. So you look at these people and you say, oh, these people have lost any inspiration, ambition. Oh, I'm such an empath. That's why I'll relentlessly get offended and fight for the right. All the while they're going to be like, I don't like that shelter. You know what? I'm just going to go and just wander wherever I want, right? So who knew? Relative bash, who knew?
A little cold in the winter. It drops, below. It gets around 20 below out here, so it's a little cold, colder than you want to be.
Paul sleeps on the ground next to his friend's truck and has been living like this on and off for 3 years. Today he's earning some much-needed cash.
So he
as
lives on
Nolan's
the
assistant.
ground outside of the guy's van or
Arizona
inside? I hope inside, because if that other bash just sleeps on the ground outside of the van, exactly. Now this guy has elevated in bashhood, because not only does he have a place for this bash to sleep inside of the van, no, this bash makes him sleep on the ground.
There's a right to work state. They call it a right to work for nothing state.
So can you survive in America on minimum wage these days?
So what doesn't the bash in the van speak? No, it's just this guy.
No, absolutely not.
See, never have him speak. Now
Paul.
now they're just gonna reinvent wow, look at the log on that. That looks like some bomb shelter. Look at it. Just double enforced, double wall, double steel plated, and who knew your engine's on fire.
Paul's not the only one stuck in a rut. A week ago, Michelle and Brandon swapped their car for this old school bus, and it's already broken down.
Just gonna have to pull the whole radiator out, drop a new one in, and hope for the best, huh?
Exactly. Who knew? Hope for the best. Angels live here, right? You mean angles of multiple degrees, of which 33 of them you worship.
Michelle and Brandon have travelled from California with their daughter Enola in search of a better life.
Oh, so who knew it was their journey to pursue happiness, right? But you say, no, what a shame. I should cry and relentlessly beg for them to have a better future and just make that my life purpose. Oh, what a shame. What a shame for both them and you, because they think they're just living. And you think you're living for them and fighting and justifying, blah, blah, blah. Who knew? Or are they waiting for you to fight for them? You apparently think so.
This is where my cousin sleeps. Our bedroom's in the back, so everything's tied in with a chain or strap or bungee, so nothing shifts.
Where are your chickens?
Right there.
Right here.
And this is Ruby.
That's Ruby, that's my hen.
Michelle and Brandon say they fled California, worried that they'll lose custody of their baby. 3 of their children have already been taken by social services.
They're so racist out there.
Who knew that they're on the run from the society? Who knew? And so all they have is some armored truck to protect them. Wow. Of course, we are relentlessly led to believe that we need a physical barrier to protect us. From what? Those who apparently will take our children from us. So, what's going on? What is going on? Oh, you're just a bad parent. You're a drug addict. You're blah, blah, you're this, that, the other, this. Bash. All of a sudden, your child is gone. And people are saying, oh, for the better, because these people are bash parents, right? Oh, so you're apparently a better parent. Fine, then take on all the relentless children had by all these people, right? And you say, no, there has to be a system. There has to be a system of distribution, of this and that, and equity, and equity, and equity, and equality, and equality, and equality. Bashed. Lost in your own idealism. Smashed. All because you deny objective morality. Who knew?
And so we call it the war on the homeless. They're so anti-homeless out there. It's a war, okay? And people like me that are sober and don't do drugs and just want to get off the streets and have a home and do right by themselves, you know, as soon as we start getting those things going for ourselves, they will do whatever they can to come in and fuck you up.
Who knew? She's right. She's right. So, people say, no, she's just mentally ill. Can't you see she's mentally ill? Right? Wow. No, you're mentally ill because you cannot see. Who knew that these people are trying to protect themselves because they might see the hypocrisy in all of it, but who knew? What they're doing is just going along because now they're still living in fear. They need an armored truck to protect them. Who knew? Who knew? So now the cops are just going to show up and say, you have a permit for this? No. Gone. See you later. Impounded. Taken to the local scrapyard. And now you're out of a home and somehow shunned by society. What a shame.
For the time being, all Michelle can think about is getting her family back together.
I don't know legal stuff. I don't. I'm having to learn all this stuff the hard way. And so we've just been looking for loopholes how to get our family back together anyway.
Oh, who knew they were sold loopholes, right? Exactly. She's just trying to find them because she still worships the light. She's made to. You still need $1 to live, don't you? That's what everyone says. So, therefore, exactly. You can't get away. You can't get away. Everybody's saying, no, you can't get away from the dollar. No, you can't get away. No matter how much you try. It's what humanity is. What a shame. And you say, oh, well, you know, this and that. As long as we just appreciate each other as we use money as a currency to defile us, then I could just say, okay, I see you in my encounter and I think I respect you, but really I don't because I'm just lost in my own relative patch. And who knew if I even care about what I'm buying, but I'm told I'm supposed to. So there's no, lost. Smashed. Well, it's there.